There are many things in the fitness industry I disagree with and dislike, like focusing just on how you look, sacrificing too many ranges of motion, abusing drugs and more, but today I want to talk about the core of why the fitness industry is wrong in my opinion. To be honest, I had the idea for this video for a week now and I've been trying to figure out how to describe what I feel about this industry, and my first thought was to talk about how the fitness world focuses on how to be fit, which mostly means looking good, although some people focus on being strong, fast and having a lot of stamina, and how the movement training world focuses on learning how to move. But the more I tried to write it all down, the more I felt like I was missing something. There's something deeper than just the goal of each way of training. There's a major difference, and it's all about how they view the body. The reason the fitness industry is okay with abusing the body, with paying any price just to look good, is because it sees the body as a tool, as something detached from our sense of self. Here in the West, it seems so obvious to us that the body is this separate thing that serves the real us. One reason is because we call it a body and not just us. I remember listening to Alan Watts talking about it a few years ago, where he explains why we have this detachment. He says one of the reasons is that we identify ourselves as our thoughts, and the physical place where we feel these thoughts manifesting is in our brain, inside our head. He also makes this joke that Western scholars view the body as this weird thing that gets their head from point A to point B. Anyway, I obviously think this perception is wrong. There's an obvious connection between the body and ourselves. There's a reason why your sense of self changes when your body is sick, why your thoughts and patterns completely change when you eat and sleep well. There's a reason you cry when your body gets injured. Yes, you can explain scientifically that it's all just a matter of chemicals, that all of these behaviors are just survival mechanisms, but I don't buy it. And even if you just define yourself as your thoughts, you can clearly see how they change according to your body's experiences. So we can at least agree that there's somewhat of a connection, and that your head and body aren't just connected by your neck. The world isn't just a space of coincidence and luck. There's meaning and reasons things work the way they do. Some people call it God. I don't even have any idea how to call it, to be honest. But the point is this: your body is you. There's a strong connection most of us aren't very aware of because we were brought up to believe it's not there. I only started to see this when I started to learn how to move instead of how to be fit, and it completely changed my life. Not immediately, obviously, but instead of worrying about how I look and using my body to compensate for my insecurities, worrying that I have to work out a lot to look better or to prove to myself how strong I am, I started to extend the question of who am I to this part of me I didn't pay enough attention to. Sounds condescending, I know, like I'm somehow above everyone else or some shit, but this really is how things started to change. Anyway, this core difference in how we see the body can explain the differences in approaches between the fitness and the movement world. If the body is just a tool you can use, why on earth would you want to spend all this time building skills and learning how it works if you can just reap the social benefits of looking good and shortcut your way into being shredded as fuck by using drugs, loading yourself with tons of artificial supplements and just working on getting bigger muscles? Why care about the quality of the food you're eating when all you really need to look good is a certain amount of calories that go in, a good amount of proteins and carbs, and that's it? You know this tool will deteriorate over the years, so why not just enjoy it as much as you can today? When you change this perspective and you realize that this piece of meat, bones and muscles are part of who you are, you learn to respect it the same way you respect yourself. It's no longer something outside of yourself you don't give a fuck about. It's a fun game of figuring out who you are and how these parts of yourself work. Instead of focusing just on how much weight you're lifting, you focus on the quality of your movements. You start to play and figure out what it means to move fast and slow, big and small, being static and dynamic, and on top of it all, this whole training thing becomes yours. It's no longer just a workout you check off your to-do list. It's a time you devote for yourself, a time where you choose what you want to do and who you want to be. It will probably sound weird to most people, but I think this fundamental understanding of what your body is will change your life for the better, and you'll find a whole new meaning in training, moving, and anything related to your body. Like starting to notice where your feelings physically appear, like feeling uneasy in your stomach when feeling angry, or having your throat choke up when you're sad, like feeling present and aware of different parts of your body when you eat and sleep well, and so on. This change obviously takes time, but if it sounds interesting to you, maybe ask yourself what's a movement you've always wanted to learn and just go and do it. It will give you a reference of what it feels like to do something your body wants, and maybe it can grow from there. Let me know what you guys think about it. Did you go through something similar? Maybe not even through moving, but through something else in your life related to your body. I would love to read it in the comments down below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos about this topic on how to take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and in any way really. Anyway, have a good day, enjoy yourself, and peace.